Area 51 has been for decades a place where believers and extraterrestrials have placed their ideas to discover the mystery that lies there. Was there really or are there extraterrestrials in that place? What other secrets may exist? What do the old workers who once set foot in Area 51 say? Stay with us and we will explain everything we know, so you can discover each of the anecdotes that have given rise to the so-called UFO capital of the world. In reality, even today, little is known about this mysterious area. However, in 2013, the United States government declassified documents in which it confirmed that Area 51 existed, specifying that it was used as a testing and training ground to the Air Force, created in the 1950s during the Cold War. However, the testimonies of many people over time say otherwise. The same people a few decades ago witnesses strange events that still maintain the real mystery of Area 51. In fact, the workers of that time had to keep silent about everything they did in that area. They had to lie to their families to keep the secret of everything they did also inside Area 51. Imagine now coming home to your family and not telling them what you really do. Lying to keep a secret is not easy, and even less so when it comes to your own family. One of the pilots, for example, told his wife that he worked repairing televisions. Unbelievable, but true. Another interesting fact that you may not believe now is that President Bill Clinton also did not have the clarity to know what the contractors working at the base were doing. In other words, even the President of the United States himself did not know what was going on at Area 51. So much so that Area 51 was so hidden that the President was not informed about it. There is much to think about. Little to say, Area 51 is one of the mysteries of what many of us would like to know. That being so, some myths and legends have originated from there. Testimonials such as that of Colonel Hugh Slater said in his interview with the Los Angeles Times in 2014 that at the time, aircraft were being tested that flew 3 times higher than a commercial airliner and at supersonic speed. So, people were in a cryptic environment, so to speak, and a boom in which aeronautical technology was still in its infancy. However, how can we know that it is true? Many people see something and not the normal thing, is to explain a more reasonable reality, but that the truth can be seen by everyone. To give you an idea, there has been testimony over time that may suggest suspicious behavior on the part of the outside military at Area 51. One of the best known episodes is the incident recorded in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, where the remains of a peculiar object were found. We generated all kinds of speculations when armored trucks took away the debris found. As there was no official explanation, the regional newspaper Roswell Daily Record published the following headline: RAAF captures flying saucer on range in the Roswell region. From that moment, the controversy was unleashed, and it was when one of the officials of the Air Force tried to reassure the population of the alleged flying saucer, without succeeding in convincing them, since the population could see the newspaper photo and it was evident the lack of similarity of a weather balloon, giving open step to Area 51 as the UFO zone. This event was explained in 1994, when the armed forces said that it was a microphone that was raised with a balloon, which was related to a secret project that sought to detect Soviet nuclear tests. However, conspiracy theorists claim that it was actually an alien spacecraft that was later mobilized to Area 51 to be investigated. So, who can we believe? Another of the darker conspiracy theories is that experiments on human beings were conducted at Area 51. Project Abigail, for example, is named after Abigail Webster, the daughter of one of the scientists at the military base who, according to urban legend, was tested with radiation levels. According to some, the effects of her radiation destroyed her skin, and the young woman ended up becoming insane and addicted to the substances she had been subjected to. Some people believe that she remained for years hidden in a cell inside Area 51, and others indicate that she escaped to the desert. However, the lack of evidence does not suggest that this actually happened. In 2011, the publication of the book Area 51, An Untold History of America's Most Secret Military Base, written by Annie Jacobson, writes about people modified from birth by the project of Dr. Joseph Mengele of the Nazi regime and that under orders of Joseph Stalin, thought to sow panic in the United States. There are several ways to see Area 51 as an enigma, and not only for the presence of UFOs or extraterrestrials, but of alleged time travel and the hypothesis where it is believed that the arrival of men on the moon was a farce, and that he carried out the filming of the alleged achievement. Other people think that the base has subway tunnels that connect to Las Vegas. However, those who worked at Area 51 deny these theories, but they do acknowledge that their information is very limited. If so, what don't they really know? Although over time, many theories have been disproved, we wonder, is there something else out there that we don't know? Who can know? On the other hand, there is a rather unique testimony from a former Area 51 worker named Bob Lazar. He testifies in 1989 that he saw with his own eyes photographs of extraterrestrials and claimed that the government used the facility to examine UFOs. However, he never presented proof or evidence to confirm this. Another former worker, Jim Friedman, who was an administrator at the base, told National Geographic that he had heard that Area 51 is merely a front for an area even more secret than meets the eye. But like many witnesses, he had no evidence to prove it. Nevertheless, astrobiologist Douglas Vakosh, president of Messages to Extraterrestrial Intelligence, told BBC World the following: "The understandable need to protect classified military information gives conspiracy theorists the ammunition they need to claim that aliens are hiding there." In other words, he suggested that the secrecy of the Area 51 base gives them a good excuse for not being able to provide evidence. So there will always be an explanation that can clarify any past event. Vakosh also believes that the Roswell case does not make sense either, since, according to him, if aliens could travel billions of miles safely to reach Earth, why would the brakes fail in the last 100 meters? Is what he said quite logical. Despite the controversies, some theorists think that nothing can be perfect. Perhaps the Earth's atmosphere or some variable may uncontrol the extraterrestrial spacecraft, and they may fail being unsuitable for this type of environment. In addition, astronomer Seth Shostak, who works at the Institute for the Search for Intelligent Extraterrestrial Life, argues that the evidence obtained about UFOs at Area 51 is poor and anecdotal. But what mystery isn't? Area 51 is really full of secrets that today, due to the lack of evidence, officially point to the development of technology that was carried out by ships that many confused with the presence of UFOs, or so they explain. Even more so in the 50s and 60s, when one could argue the unknown to give a logical explanation. However, there is still some unconvincing information. Something is explained, but there is no physical evidence. Can we believe in it? Many try to deny it, but you also have to see to believe, don't you think? So let's leave a blank page. Many theorists still wonder if all this really a front for something bigger. What about the former workers who did see or hear something? The silence and secrecy that still surrounds Area 51, as well as the little information from the workers who were there, leave possible holes unresolved. Maybe the government just wants to come up with a more logical explanation. Who knows?